Activation code required. Access granted. Warning. Evacuation sequence activated.
We're back. Welcome to the bunker.
And welcome to the S-4 Bunker, coming to you live here in the Cascade Mountains in Concrete, Washington, where it is slowly starting to heat up a little bit. Just a little bit.
And by slowly, you mean turn into a blast furnace in 2 days.
Pretty much.
Yep. Seriously.
Yeah, we hit 90 on Friday.
Did we?
Yeah, that's what we're going to hit.
Oh, this coming Friday.
Yeah, 90 and then 94.
94
Yep.
on Saturday.
Seriously?
Damn.
Thank God I'm cooler than that.
Yeah, you have football practice. That's going to be excellent.
Oh, that is your first football practice.
Oh,
that sucks for you.
That's
Oh,
going to be
that
as
would
the,
be fun.
as the
Isn't that your
ladies of
first
the
two-a-day
80s would say,
too?
you're going to sweat away those pounds.
And Anthony's got a baseball game on Saturday as well.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, shit.
1 o'clock.
Too bad. I'm going to be
play
at
college
work.
Electrolytes.
This is
Electrolytes,
the year the
electrolytes,
Cowboys ever played
electrolytes.
against us.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We'll have to grab some Gatorades
fun.
and stuff for the kids for the football practice.
Fuck no.
So,
I don't like those people.
For all of your summer squelching needs, make sure you check out our sponsor at www.reaperapparelco.com.
Yes, and enter our coupon code S4 Bunker to get 15% off, I believe. Maybe it's 10. I think it's 10.
Because you can get your Reaper
It's 10.
Apparel travel mug for your iced tea or iced
Yeah.
coffee. And
They have t-shirts for that hot weather. And
exactly.
Look at that coffee mug.
on the hottest days of the year, who doesn't want to walk with the Reaper? Like, come on.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I have.
Wow.
The real one.
I hope that asshole shows up for me. I don't want to do that walk alone.
I like him. He's a nice person.
Oh, God.
Friend,
Oh, God.
like,
He
Just
is.
make sure you've had a birth mint first.
with where
Oh,
me
dear
and
God,
Kayla
yes.
believe we're going, friend, she believes she's going down. I'm going up. She's got a lot easier trip than I do. Like, sure, once she gets there, it'll probably suck a little bit, but the way down's easier.
Who is that?
Okay,
That's my son.
That's you? No, in chat?
Yeah.
yeah.
The one that's waving?
No, that's you.
No, that...
No, you made it.
No. Hi, Lecory. How you doing?
Oh,
We have someone new listening tonight. Excellent.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. All right, so tonight's topic, we
Oh.
are talking...
that chat.
The person who just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are talking about the future of space and technology.
Okay.
In what, both media and in reality?
Yes. Yes. So we're going to talk about the future of space technology, different stuff in media and in TV shows.
Wait, you should call
movies.
Elon Musk in.
Yeah.
He's your buddy.
Hmm?
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. He wants to be buddy with them.
Almost. They're not friends.
We're not friends.
So what's interesting is when you
Friends
look
off.
at when you're looking at technology, And so call me stupid, but I didn't ever get into Star Trek or Battlestar Galactica or Star Wars or anything like that as a kid.
You heard him, people. Call him stupid. Come on.
Well, yeah, so
Dumbass.
this topic's not really my wheelhouse, but
How is space exploration not your wheelhouse?
I don't like space.
Spaceships don't have wheels.
You're not a fan of space?
No. UFOs, UAPs, aliens, sure, we can talk about them all fucking day. You know that.
You're into the claustrophobia thing.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. But what was the little cell phone device they had in Star Trek?
A cell phone?
Communicator?
It was a
Yeah,
communicator.
And they had
Like a
that.
little flip phone.
Oh no, somebody's stalking Robert.
And they had
Oh, God.
No, Robert! Oh, here comes the knife. Oh, Robert,
That's
look
the
behind
sister
you.
that I do
Turn
like.
around, Robert. Robert,
That's
turn
the
around.
sister I do like.
Oh wait, that was
I turned around and I swear, with the glasses and like the view right there, I was like, great.
Well, I said that to him, but that you're an archaeologist and a space archaeologist, and they asked, how can that be? Because there's no ships out in space yet.
It's a big story. Wait till I find my car keys.
All right.
You stole her coffee?
I like
Right
her.
on.
I like
Look where you last put him.
Space archaeology, folks.
Yeah.
Spaceology. Oh.
Space Indiana Jones. That's what the world needs. Space Indiana Jones.
Oh, God.
No, there was
Wow,
a
hey.
movie that was all about space, dinosaurs, and Nazis.
Oh,
No,
I
holy
know that
crap.
movie.
of course they do.
It was like Dark Side of the Moon or some shit like that.
You guys do realize that exists in real life, right?
What, dinosaurs
What,
on
space
What?
dinosaurs and Nazis?
Dinosaurs,
No.
Nazis?
No.
No, I'm so
Space
confused.
archaeology is actually a real thing now.
Wait, seriously?
Percy is our actual first archaeologist on a different planet.
Makes sense. Makes that
Is she
blue
part
thing.
of Space Force?
No.
Oh.
Perseverance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I forgot.
I thought-
Like the little robot guy.
I was under the impression archaeology is about finding civilizations and things that were of human construction. Geology, I understand on a like Mars or
So that's one of Percy's directives, is to search for any type of civilization.
Did he find any?
Life, civilization, or microorganisms.
Yeah.
Did the little robot
Okay.
find anything yet?
He found the pearls, the
Yes.
rock rounds, which means that there was water at one point on the face of Mars. Because you don't get rock rounds without
Water.
years of water
Right.
erosion.
Erosion.
Kind of
Yeah.
wondering what was on the back of the head if it was water on the face.
Jesus.
Wet pillow?
Oh, so
Alien wet wipes. Wow.
that'll be one of them nights.
and Nikki's broken. 8 minutes
I
into
am
the show.
extremely visual, folks.
You know, that's
My
got to be a
mind-
new record for you, though. That was probably the longest we've gone into a show without you cracking.
If you had the under, you should cash your ticket. You get one.
No, but
I won this week's pool.
with Percy,
And I've
it's
got
actually
kind of odd, non-vanilla mind, so I mean, hello.
with
Way out
Perseverance.
there.
It's actually pretty cool. He uses different methods such as infrared drilling. He has his own laser drill on him. And he uses all different types of methods to dig down into the soil and actually try and find signs of other civilizations.
Yeah,
So
it is
he's actually also
really cool.
exploring areas that no other craft has been able to explore on Mars. Because his wheelbase allows him to. He's like the best little 4x4 that it could.
Didn't they send a test?
That'd be that wire base, wouldn't it, for the wheels?
They sent a test.
Yeah.
Expandable
into
ones?
space.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yes, they did put his Tesla in space
Yeah.
with a little Tesla Hot Wheels car on the dash.
Yeah, and I think there was a dummy in it.
That's actually probably the reason we're going to start a war with an alien race is because our Tesla ran into them.
Our unmanned Tesla?
Huh? Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're going to take offense.
Yeah, because the
Did
car
you
didn't
know-
have
Well,
insurance.
at least they can't. That dummy can't answer the phone with the one saying, "We'd like to talk to you about extending your car warranty." Extended warranty?
They're gonna come to
No.
Earth asking for our insurance.
This is an unregistered vehicle in the Nebula Belt.
Did you know that there is now an AI app that you can ask it questions and it brings up, sometimes not true shit, but it brings up stuff?
What are you talking about? Like Alexa?
Okay, so no, there is.
No, it's. Oh dear God.
You can have it paint pictures. You can have it create songs.
And it is
And you
AI.
can have it create stories. The best thing is, do you realize how far this has come in a short amount of years? Because
No shit.
6 years ago, they gave
I was just
one of the
gonna
first
say,
AIs the ability, or they asked it to make a script for Batman.
Yeah.
Can you say Terminator is right around the corner?
They've made so many AIs for just chatting to, painting
Yeah.
pictures,
You
and you
voiced
can.
that
And there's a recent one that many students use. It's called Chat GBT. It's very
GBT. Thank you. That's what I was trying to remember.
It's an amazing app that lets you write a ton of stories and poems, and it's
But
amazing.
it's
Of
not.
course you
You're
would
using
know
this to do your fucking
No,
homework,
it's not.
aren't you?
No,
Don't lie!
I plead the fifth.
That's why you got A's.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That is so...
It helps.
But
Yeah,
is it really being creative if you're letting the computer do it for you? You're just punching in words, right, or ideas
Not
into
even.
it, and it's
It's
Yeah.
keywords.
Yeah, you just give it a small sentence like "write me a story about turtles." It will pop out a whole entire story with turtles and facts, and it'll even give links sometimes. It's amazing.
oh god.
Yeah.
Yep, we're doomed. We're doomed.
And they keep on advancing it because many people are making things of code and other AI that can detect if it's an AI generated story. It's just going further and further with this. It's amazing.
Oh my. So we're gonna have robots basically making sure the other robots aren't cheating.
Yes.
So
Robot.
Okay.
okay.
Oh
So
my
here's the
God.
thing. Someone,
Okay,
so someone forced a robot to watch over 1,000 hours of Batman movies, and then asked it to write a Batman movie of its own. The first page.
This is hilarious.
Interior traditional Batcave. Batman stacks next to his Batmobile and uses his Bat computer. He's sometimes Bruce Wayne, sometimes Batman, all times orphan. Batman. This is now a safe city. I have punched a penguin into prison. Alfred, Batman's loyal battler, carries a tray of Gotham. Alfred, eat a dinner. Mattress Wayne. An explosion explodes. The Joker and Two-Face enter the cave. Joker is a clown, but insane. Two-Face is a man, but attorney. Batman, no, it's Two-Face and One-Face. They hate me for being a bat. Batman throws Alfred at Two-Face. Two-Face flips Alfred like a coin. Alfred lands heads up, which means Two-Face goes home. Batman, it's just you and I, the Joker. Bat versus clown. Moral enemies.
Damn.
So
is it the Chinese to English translation that's writing the script?
no, that's
That's usually the way that works because we can't, English doesn't work sync properly with Chinese. So when it's
That's
converted the other way,
That's the
so
AI interpreting what Batman is all about and writing a script based on what he saw.
Yeah.
that was
I
the first
understand. Yeah,
attempt. At
At least he
writing-
didn't say that the Joker was a card.
And
Yeah.
it keeps on
Right.
getting better and better.
He did get better and better as time went on.
Now it's
course
like
he-
an actual script.
Yeah, and
Amazing.
it's actually kind of creepy.
Did he create his friend yet?
There have been a few AIs that are creating other AIs
Yeah,
It's-
see, that's where the problem's gonna come.
Well,
because
And this is gonna get
there's
weapons and, well,
but here's the thing. Now AI has access to the cloud, right?
yes,
well,
well some do.
Some do. Okay, so here's the thing,
like
though.
that was a smart
One of
fucking
our
idea.
biggest complaints about the movie world and everything.
Mm-hmm.
They're rewriting everything. There's no original ideas. This is our first actual chance. We might actually get an original idea from something, because.
But then it won't be a humanized original idea. It will be an artificial original idea.
They'll write the script,
and we'll
the
make a
company
movie.
will take it and make a movie.
Okay, I'm sorry, but have you seen Swiss Army Man? That's about as original as you could possibly get.
No, it's
All
not.
we have to do is get Daniel Radcliffe to make movies, and we will have so many original movies.
That
it's not even
absolutely
funny.
is not an original idea.
Do not send the
Weekend at
AI.
Bernie's.
Oh, I guess we can do.
Do not send the AI to Pornhub. Could you imagine what the fuck would come out of that one?
Actually, there is someone
So
who has
talking
done
Yeah, I
that.
wonder imagine what the fuck would come out of that one.
People would pay to see what the fuck came out of that one.
I am pretty sure it would be the mothership,
Yeah,
or at
there's
least the baby ship.
Yeah, but there has been a guy who recently made an AI to write code for other AI, and he's just been doing a download spiral. It's pretty cool if you check out what he's doing.
Yeah, but okay, so what freaked me out is when they took the original AI and put it with another AI and they started talking.
Oh, yeah.
And they made their own
AI baby.
language and they did all this weird shit and everything.
Yes.
And they said it freaked them out, so they terminated it. There's no way that they terminated that project.
Yeah,
No.
and there's been
Okay.
a story of them redoing that. There was a guy who asked an AI to make a plan to end the human race, and he connected to the cloud, and it went down this whole spiral. And
Did it have anything to do with COVID? I'm just,
it did have
just
something,
gonna throw that out there.
it did have something to do with a little bit of disease, but it was pretty cool. Yeah,
A cool disease?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just a advanced version of the Black
Can
Plague.
you say AI pandemic 2042?
No, 2063.
Or 2026.
Just
Yeah.
bite your fucking tongue.
Um,
Doctor would know.
Alright, if that's where we're going to take this show, you seriously believe we're not going to have another pandemic immediately?
We probably
Sure
are.
we are.
I mean,
Counting.
this one didn't fix anything, so they got to do it again.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, okay, so it used to be
Or it
back
was a
in the
test
day.
run.
Back in the day, to like repopulate and boost the economies, all that jazz, we went to war because it opened up the steel manufacturing and everything else, and it boosted your economy with it.
Or he completely destroyed
Okay,
it. Depending on what
or
state.
completely destroyed it if you were on the other side of
Yeah.
whatever the coin was.
It depends.
Yes, absolutely.
Sorry
But-
to stick you on.
That's how we used to really boost our economy and get those extra
Yeah.
jobs, extra infrastructure, extra everything else
They
going.
got rid of all the
Okay.
people taking those
Well,
jobs.
now the problem is that it takes 2 bombs and 1 technician to do a war.
Yeah.
You don't even need to step outside of your home to press the button. So they have to think of, and I'm not saying that the entire thing is made up or anything like that, but as a country, in order to get out of any kind of depression or suppression or anything like this, we have to have something that's the equivalent to an industrial revolution brought on by war.
Or we,
Exactly.
Or we find new resources and new land.
Some form of resource that causes mass jobs and mass people making mass amounts of money so that it boosts the whole economy. Either that, or we need to lose 50% or so of the economy in order to make it even itself back out again.
He's working on it.
Which I think the road that it's going down is Elon Musk with his whole Mars thing. Him going to another planet soon, and he's going to open a whole line of jobs for like thousands of millions of people. Because with that, you got to have miners, architects, builders, everything for this new planet, new atmosphere, new everything.
Right, and see, that's actually where we're expanding right now. Is instead of expanding borders in wartime and stuff like that, we are expanding planets.
Yes.
We are pushing the boundaries of our own civilization and creating subsidiary civilizations.
And we're trying to go up to a tier 1 civilization.
yes, we've been trying to be a tier 1 civilization for years.
Yes.
But the problem is that we're still stuck there in the
War phase.
We're right
Yeah.
above amoebas, man.
We have this thing called humanity, and we don't. That's like when watching Star Trek, which we'll talk about eventually. But that they have this utopia thing going on, and it's not believable. It can't happen. Humans by nature are. There's always going to be greedy people. There's always going to be power hungry people. There's never going to be this mass realization unless we have aliens invade. And even then, once we beat them, we're going to go back to fighting with each other. That's the way we operate.
For the
Well,
resources
and the
we bring.
problem, and that's what I'm saying. The problem with if we get like an external force that comes in, okay, just like what's his butt, Eisenhower said, hey, the only thing that's going to bring us together is if we.
Reagan.
I'm sorry, Reagan. Is if we have some kind of external force come in and cause us to do world cooperation.
Yes.
Okay, but
that's not true.
What?
It's happened before and it didn't work.
Nope.
Yes.
No.
It will never work.
It won't work.
For if
The same reason that communism, at its core, actually was a granted idea. Communism at its core, like what it was supposed to.
We
have
had the native nations.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, we didn't have guns.
True.
You just
Now-
found other ways to kill each other.
No. The problem is we didn't fight together.
Yeah.
We fought tribally.
Yeah, that's true.
And
invading
then
force
we
came
got
in.
together. Then we got together because I was there.
And even
Okay. I remember there are things in that lifetime I remember. I remember fighting in hand to hand. I remember arrows and hatchets, what I call hatchets. I also remember guns because we were given guns.
But Nikki, the tribes never got together to fight.
The only time they
There
got
were-
together,
There were certain ones that did.
King Philip's War is the only time they ever got together in a small war against, was it not Virginia, a Massachusetts colony.
We didn't do an en masse,
It was
but
just
there
like that's the
were
thing.
small
You got to remember.
sections that
Yeah,
were
but-
coming together.
But you got to realize, Sitting Bull asked every tribe in America.
Mm-hmm.
He asked for every
I know.
tribe to make a show,
Right.
and no one came.
That was later on
and even with
Yeah,
when they started the westward expansion.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and
No.
But it was asked.
Mhm.
It didn't happen. It's not going to happen this time.
No. Because Pinky and the Brain, this time, are going to be trying to plot to take over the world while the rest of the
No.
world is...
No, because you can't take two nations that have been at war for hundreds of years and expect them to work together. That is not going to happen.
and even by some miracle that-
Ever.
Well, now it did
Because Russia
sort
will
of
be
happen
plotting
in
against
World War
America
II.
and Canada,
I ran
yeah.
The
between
Middle East will be
different.
fighting against each other, and
Yeah.
here come the aliens.
Like, well, no, but try putting Palestine and Israel together.
That's what I mean. The Middle East will
Like-
be fighting each other.
And,
They ain't gonna never get. It don't matter. They'll be taking advantage of the chaos.
yeah.
and even by some
There were
marvel
runners.
thing that they do work together, it will all just fail in the end because other countries will attack them after it's over because their army's weak, and they'll fight for the aliens' resources that they brought to the Earth, like weapons, spaceships, all
Well,
that.
here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it'll fail in the end anyways, because if aliens really did come to this planet and decide they were going to take it, according to everything that we know about aliens and their technology, we are fucked from the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay? That's just how it is. It wouldn't matter if every single human being on this planet decided to take up arms against them. One laser beam and our entire planet could blow up, from what I've heard of aliens.
Yeah.
So...
And they wouldn't even buy us in the first place.
It would be like
I don't think it would be like some District 9 type shit. It would be more like
District
Independence
oh my God.
Day without Will Smith.
or
District 9 was about the stupidest fucking alien movie they ever could have made.
What, District 9?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's-
District 9 was really weird.
or it's like
It was an
human
allegory.
exterminating an
Yeah.
anthill in his backyard.
Yeah, and it has like a cult following of people who are all like, "Hey, yeah, these bug alien things, man." I don't care. But what it does, just like Donnie Darko has like a cult following of people who are like, "Yeah, that's real time travel right there."
So, do you think
That's fucking schizophrenia.
Yeah, that was him being fucking crazy. But
do you think Stargate is real?
I don't think the movie Stargate is real. I do believe that there are Stargates.
I don't believe they're
That's what I
here.
mean. Do you
I
think
don't believe
they
they're
work?
here.
Huh?
I believe there are Stargates on other planets that they use. They're not here.
Ah!
I don't believe.
Place the
one
buttons
here.
in sequence.
What could they be?
Why the fuck would they be? What the fuck's so special about this little stupid planet? Like, honestly, compared to a lot of the planets that we've viewed,
They're
and a lot of the universes that we've viewed,
they're
But
way better than ours, like 100-fold.
well, no, absolutely. But
Like more resources, more planets.
if there's 11 billion theories about how humans were created. If you go by the theory that
We are the aliens?
well, that or human DNA was genetically manipulated by an alien race to make slaves.
Or just like a kid's science experiment.
okay, I'm not
Okay.
saying that they can't be real. I'm saying it's a possibility. I don't believe that they are. I don't believe they're on this earth personally. That's just a personal belief, a personal opinion. But it's possible that they are. I hate absolutes. I got mad at like 4 a.m. last night because my wife decided to watch frickin' Ancient Aliens again.
Oh, good God! Why? Haven't you learned? I'm not saying they're aliens, but they're aliens.
You know,
every single
sometimes
god
I just
has
put it on
no
just
gods
to piss them
exist.
off. I gotta be honest.
They gotta
Zeus, all them, they didn't exist. They were just aliens.
They gotta be aliens.
Just
Okay,
Bob.
wait, can I say it?
And they're
Odin
underground.
didn't have a raven. His raven was a fucking drone that would drove or that flew around because birds ain't real.
See, birds have never been real.
It's all
But,
aliens and the
like,
government.
I do believe that there has to be some kind of interplanetary transportation system, but I think
Right.
it's better than what we showed on the TV show.
Because they don't
It's
know.
gotta be.
Well, no, but like, come on,
It's
Fern, it has to have a better system than just punch in the numbers.
Now,
Yeah.
see, this is where
Right.
I honestly have to disagree with my husband here.
Oh, you do that all the time.
Yeah.
What's different this time?
This time,
Yeah.
I can already see his like little fisties going. What?
My little fisties.
Your big fisties, whatever. Ew. Oh.
And
No,
Right.
but I
Nikki,
do
the
think.
internet loves you.
I'm pissed at my internet right now. Sorry.
No, your internet
Looking at
loves
the
you.
bird.
I really do think
It's the
that
aliens.
there are
Aliens are playing with your internet.
Stargates. eh? And I
Just
think
sneaky off in this mood.
that in order for Stargates to actually be the proper mode of transportation and everything that we talk about them being, that there would have to be at least one on every non-primitive planet.
Why non-primitive? Why non-primitive?
Uh,
Do you think?
Who's Adrian?
because an amoeba isn't gonna get on.
Hey, Adrian.
Hello.
Oh wait, I gotta do it. Yo, Adrian. If you weren't around the 70s, maybe you wouldn't get the reference, maybe. Do you think? Okay, so if there, for example, was a Stargate on Mars,
Okay,
and a nuke, whatever the fuck, destroyed
Mars.
would it destroy the Stargate?
No, because I believe that Stargates have been on the Earth since before the time of the dinosaurs, and that meteor didn't destroy ours.
Okay.
This is.
Would stand to reason if it's alien tech, they'd probably come up with a way to make it fairly indestructible. I mean, they do have the ability to have
Right.
interstellar travel, so
Now, I'm not saying that it's like the movie Stargate, where it's a big piece of block, and you type in numbers and hieroglyphics, and it takes you from planetary to planetary through a portal that opens in the center of this block. Okay? I think that they're more of like an Einstein-Rosen bridge. Okay?
Like a doorway.
Real quick, Adrian, do you have the show on? We'll see
Anyway.
in a second if you don't. Anyway.
But yeah, I think it's more like an Einstein-Rosen bridge, where it's a displacement in our field that causes the opening of a wormhole-like thing to take us from planetary to planetary. I do not believe that it is a sedentary structure. In my own opinions. I know Nikki has differentiating opinions on that.
I missed what you just said because I was typing. I'm sorry.
I was typing the same
Normally
thing.
I'm listening.
I don't know why Eric asked live, because if he doesn't have the show on, he didn't hear shit.
Well, if he did have the show on, he'd say, "Why, yes! I'm listening now."
And if he doesn't, he's just going to be muted for like the whole entire show.
Oh, wow.
If he
Why
doesn't,
we-
he's going to be wondering what the fuck's wrong with these people.
That'd be like
every
Frasier.
Wednesday,
We all
Yeah.
have.
every Wednesday
Hello.
when I do my live, in the description box is the show for tonight. So there's always a link to the Spreaker.com, and there's always a link to the Discord.
Excellent.
So, and usually
Thank
what
you,
the
Nikki.
subject matter is. Yeah, you're welcome. So there's weeks worth of numerous weeks
Nice.
worth of advertisement for the show.
Oh, no.
It's a major part of my kind of like advertisement. Yeah, setup for. I mean, it's just a copy and paste, and it goes.
Right.
It goes in there. So whoever watches me has access to those links. I make sure of that. So
Oh. When are we going to have lightsabers?
Actually, there is.
I
love
He's right.
I love this because there is someone who actually is making a lightsaber and has been working on it for years. They are called the Black. What is it?
Blackface is bad, John.
No,
Oh.
it's a blacksmith something. The blacksmith, I think.
Okay.
you're on.
But they
Robert's
have
got your
been
lightsaber
working
right
on
here.
been working on building a lightsaber
Curly.
for years, and their most recent one was published. Their video was published 1 year ago. It is a lightsaber that uses the flame for the blade, and it has
Yeah,
a
particles.
steady. It has a steady blade, and you can fix the height however you want.
Now,
Yep.
that's
But it
on
does-
YouTube, right, John?
Yes, it is
Yeah,
on
it is.
YouTube.
I've
And
seen it. Yeah.
And it
It's-
has the only
Like a
problem with
plasma
it
cutter.
is it's really heavy, and it takes a lot of money to
Bulky
actually
and
power.
battery packs are. So, yeah.
because it has a whole backpack and the
Mhm.
lightsaber.
They
They've
don't have
actually
pocket sabers either. But
yeah, they've actually posted updates on that. They are making it so the lightsaber is more compact, so it can be just a handheld little blade.
Hacksmith.
Hacksmith.
There you go.
If you want to see like cool builds like that, check out their channel. It's amazing.
They built the Iron Man suit, did they not?
They
Yes.
built the Iron Man suit. They
Seeing Iron
built
Man.
Cap's shield, the Captain America shield.
Wolverine's claws.
Oh, yeah, they
Both
did do Wolverine's
Mjolnir
claws.
and what the hell's the other one? Thunder, lightning.
It's axe. What's it called?
Stormbreaker.
Stormbreaker.
Yes. Good call.
Um,
And they've also made the giant mech suit from Alien, a giant crab crawling thing. It's weird looking.
Mhm.
And Mjolnir they made actually out of tungsten.
Yeah.
So it weighs like 800 pounds.
Yeah.
They have to use.
Pretty sure it
crane
won't
to
call
lift
thunder
it.
unless you take it outside the lightning storm.
Yeah.
And
Does
they
tungsten
just-
attract? I don't know.
they made a ton
John,
of
does tungsten
weapons.
attract electricity?
Yeah, but they've made so many cool things, and they keep on trying to upgrade their lightsaber because it's just a amazing project.
So,
that
what's the actual saber part? Is it just pure
It's-
energy, or is it?
it's
what's it made of?
it's a blue. It's a giant. It's here. I'm gonna get
Plasma,
a photo.
I mean, yeah, there you go. Like a plasma beam.
It's not a plasma beam. It is a flame.
Yeah, it's a proto lightsaber.
So it cuts.
It doesn't cut like in the movies because that is super hard to do. It's just it can cut things, but you have
It's
to go around.
it's plasma based.
Okay.
Friend, so Rick, you're going to Disneyland, eh?
I am. When is that happening?
I don't know, but your wife wants a pink lightsaber, so
Oh no!
and you can now build your own lightsaber at Disneyland.
Yeah, well, I know that part, but I don't feel like I need a running vehicle before I need to even worry about getting a pink lightsaber.
Rick, we
I
talked
think I
about
could
this.
buy
It's
one
priorities.
online.
Priorities.
It'd be far cheaper to pay somebody to manufacture it for me in the pink color and have them send it to me. That
I'm
would be to
pretty
go to
sure
Disney.
if you give her the
There,
pink lightsaber,
there are other ways you can have a pink lightsaber.
I posted
Oh my God!
wait,
wow.
whoa.
You know, okay, here's the thing.
It went over.
Here's
It
the
went
thing.
over a head. I was watching. It went over somebody's head. So that's
Here's
good.
the thing. You guys
Mickey,
can
he's in high school.
your
Friend,
lightsabers.
there's no way that went over his head.
I want a sonic screwdriver.
Ey've actually built
Oh.
one of those too. It's amazing.
Okay.
They can't unlock everything, can they?
Wow.
Yeah. They also
The look on her face when she said that.
they've also actually made a hoverboard, which is awesome. They used
Like Back to the Future.
yeah, Back to the
I
Future.
said
There
that.
you go.
And they also made the future shoes that
Self-lacing,
lace.
yep. Self-lacing shoes, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, from Back to the Future.
And
Yeah.
for
Sorry,
a limited
folks.
time, like a year ago, you could
Oh,
buy
holy
it.
shit.
There was like 1,000 of them made. It was amazing.
Oh, you can still buy them.
You can
you
still
can
get.
still buy them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dope.
Just not really, John. They're a custom order item,
Young people.
Yeah.
which means
Weird
they are no
terminology.
longer
You just
$3,000. They're $10,000
Yeah, it is expensive, but
because
it's
you're
amazing.
stopping an entire sweatshop just to make your
That's
own shoe.
actually really cool. Would he
Well, that's
post
what
it in
China
here?
does all the time.
Huh? What'd you say?
That's
That's
a
what China does
phenomenal
all the time.
post.
They stop their sweatshop and make a new shoe.
Well, yeah.
Whoa! Whoa!
Nike says, "Hey, make this new one."
Okay, I get you. I get you. Okay.
You can see the fingerprints
all
on the
I
shoes.
heard was sweatshop fingerprints and shoes.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
see you
Like-
can see like children fingerprints on the Nike shoes.
That's all I heard too.
Yeah.
All
Fred.
right, cool. So space travel, guys.
I knew that
You
happened
guys-
eventually.
Do you guys think it's ever a possibility that we actually use solar sails?
Oh, I
No.
I was thinking about that 3 weeks ago.
was just about to bring that up.
Like doing it, or just a theory? Mickey, what the hell are you building in your backyard?
I wish I had a backyard. What the?
I think.
No, actually, I was thinking about it 3 weeks ago because it popped into my head when somebody on the show was talking about something, and the next thing I know, I'm literally somebody's projecting a solar sail in my head, just like they used in one of the episodes of not Next Gen,
Deep Space Nine.
Deep Space Nine. Thank
Yeah,
you.
There we go.
And it was fascinating because it was something I'd never thought of before, and it's fascinating that it's brought up tonight because today I had a heck of an ET download that Thankfully, I was laying down. Just happened just before I was about to get up. Oh dear, fucking God!
Hold on.
Excuse me. That. Sorry.
Woo! Found my black lightsaber.
That was perfect timing.
Yeah, but the theory about sword sales is that you would basically they're doing what
This is not the sword you're looking for.
Oh,
How's it going, John?
Yeah.
Lead horse.
The theory is what they used with is basically a giant boat, but better. They're using sails to catch light and using the speed of light to.
John?
Yes.
Have you ever seen Treasure Planet?
Oh.
Oh damn.
Oh.
Well, now, John, are you talking about the centimeter size with the little light sails on them they're going to use that can travel? The idea is to get something to the other side and to, I guess, to another galaxy in a more rapid amount of time than we could ever do it as humans. So it's a tiny one that goes fast.
Yeah, that's the ion fusion engine.
Yeah, but the sails are they're trying to basically catch the speed of light and almost imitate it, and just catch onto that and go.
Yeah, we actually have one in space.
We have one.
Yeah.
The Karos. IKROS. Oh, IKAROS. It launched in 2010. And it is supposed to travel just a little bit slower than the speed of sound.
Yeah.
Or the speed of light, sorry. So it's supposed to be the fastest thing we've ever put in space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they don't actually know what's happening with it now because they lost all contact.
Yeah.
So
because it went way too far out of our range.
Well,
I think it went way too fast and broke apart.
Or it fell into a wormhole,
if it's going as
or
fast
the
as
aliens
light,
took
if
it.
just one little rock is sitting in front of it, it would completely destroy the whole entire thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
pretty much. Okay, so
Or like a alien.
I think that the engine of the future is going to be hydro-based. It's going to be water-based.
Oh, good lord.
Space lube. That's what you're saying, huh? We've talked about this before. I know exactly what you're saying. She is talking about space lube, guys.
Yeah, pretty close. Kind of close, too. I mean, you got to lube it up before you shoot it in there. Okay. But I'm serious when I say I think that the future of space travel is going to be a aquatic based form of travel.
This is almost as good as when I played Cards Against Humanity amongst other card games.
Oh God!
This is the kind of this is the kind of high intellectual and highly researched content that you couldn't possibly get on Coast to Coast AM. Beats are far superior.
No, I can't even talk. That's Paula's pink lightsaber. Oh God!
Bravo, John.
Oh shit!
Oh God!
John, it's not that big.
How will you know? Oh, never mind.
Because I used to change the diaper. What?
Wow.
And in Austin Powers fashion, 2 balls!
Oh,
This is taking a weird turn.
Very weird turn.
oh.
If you want to know what we're laughing at, it's the Discord.
Yeah.
We're clarifying that for all of our listeners who are not on Discord.
Oh. Well,
Yeah, that's not the best time to bring them into the Discord. Good job.
That would be funny though.
God.
Oh shit.
So, no, what Kayla
We were
is
talking about?
What Kayla is talking about is actually.
Sorry. I'm sorry. This is the recognition.
I want you to get them.
What Kayla's talking about is actually a well thought out theory that's been proposed by a few different scientists over the years.
Sorry.
I don't know how to take that off, Paula.
I don't even.
Oh,
Uh,
it's fucking AI porn.
it's ChatGPT
Oh,
porn.
God.
Here we go.
That's the AI version of
Okay.
fucking
Okay.
Yeah, I found a dark part of the internet.
Only on the.
We have arrived at the dark web.
Oh my God! What happens when it finds it?
Ooh.
What?
Oh, I actually saw a funny meme about that.
Oh
It's
my
What?
God.
AI
Iron Man
porno?
turning off the safety for
Holy
Ultron.
crap.
It was hilarious. He just decided.
Oh, my eyes, my eyes.
No.
So they're turning off the safety.
Just score a better performance? No, that's okay.
Well, okay, so like if AI ever actually found.
You better go. Oh shit!
My gummy bears ran away in fear. Well,
Oh.
I think that's just your side of the bed, Paula. It's not the. It's not what you're seeing on the screen.
No, all I can see with running gummy bears is fucking Krampus with the goddamn gingerbread man running away. Oh. Evie, really? Yeah. You just scroll 5 pictures up. There you go.
Oh,
Well, and the show has completely gone off the rails.
Hey, all I'm saying is
As
if
it
we
was
had
on-
a laughter-powered spaceship, we'd be all the way to Mars.
okay, you want me to bring
Oh
it back
my
around?
God.
Did you realize that gummy bears could propel a spaceship?
How?
How?
If you got enough of them.
Because there's enough petroleum in jelly bears or gummy bears to actually,
Oh.
if you got enough of them and compressed them and melted them down and took out the petroleum, you have pure fuel.
So if you say I have enough,
Every time you eat gummy bears, you are putting rocket fuel into your system.
That's why
so if
you're
I
farting so
eat
bad.
enough, I can fly.
Only if you fart real hard.
Okay.
Exactly.
Wait.
You beat me to it.
Red Bull and gummy bears. Red Bull gives you wings. Gummy bears gives you the fuel.
Yeah, it's the perfect combination.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Eric, this is
gummy bears and Bush's baked
You're
beans.
talking to a kid who
Straight
didn't
up.
grow up with Wile E. the Coyote, okay? He's gonna hurt himself.
I don't wow
Oh.
Coyote.
Not well enough. Not well enough.
I see him drop an anvil on himself many times.
Friend,
Oh my word. Anyhow.
Air sails, solar sails with gummy bears.
so do you? Oh Jesus Christ, Kayla! God.
Oh God.
Of course, Kayla goes for the bondage. Friend,
Gingerbread bondage?
Oh dear God, no.
He's a gingerbread sadist.
really?
Yes, really.
Propelled on unicorn farts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mystical and powerful.
Mystical and powerful. Okay.
So.
Oh.
Okay.
was actually hiding his fucking eyes this time. Oh my god.
We've gone too far. I don't know how to bring it back, guys. Fuck.
Oh, well, actually,
Oh, this ain't gonna be
ETs. ETs.
I've actually
Which
heard,
race of
Coming
ETs?
straight from the mind of a puberty-ridden boy.
Yes. I actually heard a theory recently of Elon Musk trying to have a greenhouse effect on Mars by nuking it.
What?
Oh,
okay. So they had talked about dropping a nuclear weapon into
A hurricane
into the volcano on Mars to cause a mass greenhousing effect.
Yes.
They
And
touch
it
that
would
planet
slowly-
or
It was
Venus,
denied.
I'm going to go after somebody.
No, it was denied.
No,
I'm not joking.
Yeah, it got completely denied. It was one of those passing fleet things that Elon
You know
was
why?
like, ooh, I can do this.
You know why? They've got, excuse me, they've got, good grief. Sorry, I can't even. I can't even. Okay, so they've
That'd
got,
be a weird race of
on those two planets, they have, on Venus and Mars, they have schools. There's an ET, excuse me, there is essentially an ET base, a multi-race ET base on both planets. It's underground, and I know this because, excuse me, some of my hybrid children have told me so. It's where they go to be taught how to do a number of different things. So that's a major no-no in my book. I mean, that's you're talking fighting words. This comes from a mama. I'm like, you touch my kids, I will go after you. No joke. That's going after my children. That's going after numerous other ET abductee mothers, human mothers, children's, hybrid children. That's not cool. I don't take that lightly. And they can deny it all they want. If they go and do it, I'll go straight into astral and I will hunt you down.
Well, no, but you gotta think. Okay, so Elon Musk isn't a government entity.
but I'm just saying.
But all of the
I'm just making
of
a
the
clear
UN,
definition here.
all the governments of the UN denied it immediately
Oh,
because
absolutely.
he admitted right away it's a 50-50 chance of it either working or it destroying Earth.
Yeah, I
And
get
they
it.
were all
Yeah, the
like,
fall- the
hey, how
fallout.
about we don't, destroy Earth at all?
I
get
know
it.
exactly how they're going to make a greenhouse effect on Mars. They're going to do what they did in that movie. They're going to put hot irons on the fucking...
Oh, Jesus.
Or they could do
And then
something.
Arnold's face is going to explode a little bit.
Or they could do something.
Because
like-
you know he's going to be on that first ship. He's got to go.
Or they gotta put cockroaches on it.
Yep.
Let it infest the planet.
Rick!
I actually think that's one planet he won't survive on.
Seriously?
Yeah, because of the sand. The particles of the sand.
Actually,
That's why
not
we
what
can't
that
go
thing
there
looks
yet.
like at all.
They're acidic, aren't they?
Yeah, and that's actually the reason we can't go in, because the sand, when you bring it into even a clean room,
Yeah.
It's electromagnetic.
It's longer, but it
electromagnetically
goes up
charged.
inside.
It will blow up the oxygen.
It has an inside pouch, and it opens up,
So you just gotta
and
evolve
something
the
comes out. Yeah.
cockroaches.
It's like a kangaroo.
So you just gotta mess with your DNA. The whole Jurassic Park.
You
That's a
posted
bad
it.
freaking
so
idea.
I'm gonna
Well,
check it out.
scientists are already
why-
doing it. They're creating dinosaurs.
Oh,
Yeah.
hurry,
But
hey,
it doesn't quite look like that, obvious. Duh.
hey, Nikki, we came up with a plan. We're going to send you a psychic kangaroo.
Yeah. So, Robert, we're going to need your help with this.
We need you to find a psychic kangaroo in Australia and ship it to Nikki. She
A
needs
psychic
pet.
kangaroo and a psychic kangaroo and Nikki is all I heard. What did he say?
We're getting
What
you
the
what?
hell did you just say?
We're getting you a psychic kangaroo.
Yes.
We're gonna build a
God,
battleship. It's gonna be
I
great.
can say you needed a pet.
Yeah, we
Well, I
talked
was only
about
thinking
this.
just before, it's a good thing Steve Irwin has passed away, because otherwise, if you send him up there and he encountered some aliens, he'd be, cool, crikey, that one looks a bit angry, I'm going to poke it with a stick.
Oh my God! If he's reincarnated as a kangaroo, Robert, you need to find him. I want a kangaroo that says crikey.
You know, they probably got his head in a cryogenic
Damn.
somewhere. So yeah, he'll be back.
Listen, my
Will
is
be on the show?
Do you think it still has a stinger in it?
I don't know if that was.
Oh, you guys.
That was the
No.
heart. It got him in the heart. It didn't get him in the head.
Totally heartless.
Hey, can you see it now? A kangaroo jumping back and forth behind Nikki while she's on the show? I could see it.
Yeah, I can see that.
And throwing shit.
I'm kind of excited for that.
Or an
Okay.
emu
What?
that spits.
An emu?
Yeah.
Fuck that. No, they're mean.
Emus are scary.
Is it
There's
emu or emu?
There's
Emu.
3 emus on...
Emu.
on
Oh, hey, I got something right. Yay.
Oh,
Plus, we
Small
have a kangaroo
victories.
farm here, too, that we can look at.
exactly.
So,
As long
This
as
is
there
a
are no
weird show to
flaming spiders ever sent from Australia. No more
Okay,
flaming
so,
spiders.
Didn't they
Okay.
actually find a new spider recently?
Huh?
Didn't
What
they
kind
What?
of...
I heard that they found a new spider.
Where?
I think
Shut
it
up,
was in-
John.
Probably in
No,
Australia.
I think it
John.
was actually in the Amazon that they found a new poisonous spider.
Of course they did. Have you seen arachnophobia?
And
He
guess
is
where
right,
I
but
will never be? The Amazon.
Yeah,
it's
Ever.
smaller than dying.
yeah, I think it's.
Well, hey, I used to want to be a photojournalist in Africa, so, you know.
Well, at least most of the stuff over there you can see coming at you, so...
That's
That's a
great.
snake.
I spent the
No,
last
shit.
week in a moth and mirror-filled room.
Oh.
Wagon.
Okay, so what kind of vehicle do you believe that would, from Earth, go into space? And I'm not talking rocket ship. I'm talking
Oh,
A Tesla.
actual
like
vehicle.
the Tesla truck.
Yeah. like
That
the
is
Teslas
supposed
they
to be
sent
the
up.
first truck that actually makes it to space, except for the fact that the moment he tried to test the bulletproof windows,
It broke.
yeah, it broke with him just touching it. So,
Yeah, I don't think that's airtight.
but they actually have you ever seen the Tesla truck? It's the only model they made
No.
was gray.
It
And
has the ugliest
It
truck
is
is.
ugly.
made.
It is.
Yes.
it's very ugly, and I think that's the point of it. Is it will be the first vehicle that he takes to space.
Yeah. He just needs to improve it a bit.
It looks like something that they got like in a movie lot salvage or auction of some kind. Like it was on the
Yeah, Tesla-
TV show
Tesla
Logan's
truck
Run,
is weird.
not the movie.
Wait, 23
Yeah.
hours ago, a Tesla Cybertruck got stuck in a field in rural Texas.
Yep.
That's not very good.
Well-
There you go, Nikki.
That's not a very good truck.
What? Where'd
That
you
is
say it was in
something
Texas? North
ugly
Texas?
looking.
That's around Dallas.
But the back seats are actually really cool. They're hammocks.
It's a special truck.
Oh, goody.
Yeah, so that way when you're driving around and you've got the 6-point harness on, you can do anything you want, and those people in the back are flying around everywhere.
Wait, didn't they try
That could
to
also
solve
be
it?
used for
horrible
something
to
else.
wake
I
up
just no.
Didn't
No,
didn't
no,
Pontiac
no, no,
do
no.
the whole hammock thing with the Pontiac Aztec back in the day?
Yes.
Like the late
God,
80s?
that's nasty
Well,
looking.
but they weren't replacements for the seats. They sat over the seats. These
Oh,
are the actual
okay,
seats.
okay. Ooh.
For-
Well, that's
I
just
can see it
stupid.
now. Oh shit, we hit a bump. Oh no,
And
we're floating. We're floating.
yeah,
Oh,
Eric,
oh, God.
that's the new concept. He hasn't actually built that one.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a conceptual.
Didn't they also
Well,
make,
he
like,
should
a
come talk
tiny
to me
part?
because I
Oh, yeah.
actually saw what is going to be flying in our atmosphere in our own cities across the damn planet of Earth.
Is it a train?
If he wants to know what's actually going to do something, I don't know about the propulsion. I don't know about any of that. I know exactly what it looks like. It's been shown to me so many frickin' times, it's not even funny. All I have to do is have a sketch artist that knows how to do vehicles, draw vehicles, and I could describe it to the letter and what kind of, oh my god, I don't need to know that.
So I'm just going to say, you know, so you're not actually sure that they're flying, though?
No,
right?
These are flying.
Well, but are they flying because you said you don't know about the propulsion. If they're not flying of their own...
I do not know... Okay, Cole, I do not know anything about how they are flying. I know they are flying. I know what they look like. I know what the color is going to be. The whole design, the whole 9 yards, including the transportation system of what's going to happen in our future. It's been shown to me numerous different times, and it's a little on the freaky side.
But
to me, it may not be to anybody else.
So how far in the future is this?
Anywhere from 20 years to 75.
Well, the rate we're going with polycarbonates, the lighter material, stronger material, we're constantly advancing in that field all the time. So theoretically, yeah, it could be. Is it like one of our drones? Do you see the blades on them, or
you do not see any blades whatsoever? It looks like a literal flying vehicle without tires whatsoever. It's a form of some kind of hovering machine.
And where was this in the planet? Like, what country was it in?
It was in numerous different cities that I was shown.
Which cities?
Numerous different. United States. It was in. Oh God! What the?
Probably London.
United Arab Emirates.
Actually,
yes, thank you. It was in. It was in.
It's already
something that would resemble Paris, France.
Yeah.
So it was global. It was global. The cities are exactly what this one, I want to call him Prince of Egypt, but that's not who he is. Anyway, this one individual, mega money and power behind him, and he is one who recently, this year, came out and showed what I know are going to be numerous cities across the globe, and it's because of him that they are started, and they're cities that are glass buildings. The interesting thing is that I didn't see a single solitary flying insect or bird anywhere.
Okay, so
in the cities there was nothing flying other than the machines.
Was one of the cities a giant wall?
No.
Okay, so I'm going to throw this out here just because it is something that I have looked into quite a bit, actually.
Yeah,
because,
go for it.
So I am really into Nikola Tesla.
Yeah,
okay?
Same. Haven't been for a while.
And I have read a lot of his patents and gone through a lot of his stuff, and just, it interests the hell out of me. Okay?
Yeah, rightly so.
In 1931, he came up with a patent design for the first flying vehicle. Okay? And what it used was, it was part of the, oh my god. I just drew a blank at the the tower. Ratcliffe Tower. Okay. So, you remember the giant tower that he made that transmitted electricity? Yes. So, it was part of the same planetary systeming as that. Okay? So, what it actually used in order to make it 8 miles above and go up to 1,000 miles per hour was the Earth's electromagnetic pulse.
Yep.
So it rode the electromagnetic pulse of the Earth itself, which caused it to be able to go from point A to point B, wherever you needed to go, without having anything. One of the issues that he said about it, okay, and that's why this popped into my head when you were talking, is that in order to have that much electromagnetic power transmitted wirelessly throughout the entire world, it would cause animals that fly and insects that fly to be ground-bearing animals, because they would not be able to fly through it because of the quantum mechanics in their brain that causes the flight and pattern.
So
There were animals outside of the cities. That much I know. I could feel
Right.
them, I
And
could
what
sense
he
them,
was-
but I could
and
not
that's what
see
I'm saying.
them.
What he was talking
Yeah.
about was the fact that there would be so many currents and so many things all through that it would cause everything to be grounded. There wouldn't
Jesus.
be any more flying animals. And if there was, it would be in very sparse places
Yeah.
and very sparse regions that didn't have as high of an electromagnetic pulse. And when he was
That's
talking,
frightening, actually.
when he was talking about that, he was saying that that would be where you get your heavy auroras.
And with
Oh, that
comes
actually
a
makes
whole new
sense.
evolution.
Yes, because that in itself causes the electromagnetic pulse to be differentiating and everything
Yeah.
else. So wherever you have your heavy auroras, birds and insects and stuff like that would still be able to fly. But through years of basically the Darwin theory of evolution,
Yeah.
it would cause all flying insects and flying birds and flying anything
Fascinating.
to become
Fascinating.
Um,
ground-bearing.
So with
Yeah.
with climate change, with sea
That is
levels
fascinating.
rising, with polar shifts and all this shit, does that affect the electromagnetic field of the Earth, though?
It does affect the electromagnetic field of the Earth, but only for split seconds, not even. Okay? Because in order for the pulse of the change, okay, it's going to be an auto change. It'll flip. So during that little sparses of a second that it takes for it to actually do the flip,
What would impact the electromagnetic field?
well, to be perfectly honest, solar flares, solar waving,
Yeah.
different things like that
Right.
will affect. So radiation, high concentrations of radiation,
Well-
gamma radiations, different things like that.
But that's only one theory.
The other thing that they have talked about is the collision of two black holes can cause a rift in the electromagnetic field. There's all kinds of
But-
different things that they've theorized can cause it.
No, the theory I'm talking about is it only taking a few seconds.
To do the pulse switches?
It's a possibility it could take up to 1,000 years.
Well, okay, and but it would be moving at such a steady pace at that point that we wouldn't be without, though.
No,
For
but
that 1,000
we
years.
would feel the change. Things would change.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, drastically.
Okay, so
Like, for example, all of our technology would go fucking haywire.
well, yes,
Yeah.
because we're based on a north, south, east, and west system.
Yeah.
So if the poles were to change,
And we would
then
get-
our north, south, east, and west would be totally fucking different.
And we would
Because the
get-
poling itself
I
would be
would think
totally
it'd be more
different.
than that, though.
Eh?
Go ahead, John.
and we would get a completely new form. What was it? What are they
Climate?
called?
North Star?
No. Icebergs. We would get if that was to happen, because hot places would go cold, cold places would go hot with the magnetic field changing.
Yeah.
No, not necessarily with the magnetic field changing. That would also have to change the access panels of the of actual Earth itself.
Maybe that's the one
Yeah.
I'm thinking of.
Yes, because
Because that's supposed to happen.
yes,
Yes.
the axle change is supposed to happen,
Axis.
and that's going to be thousands and thousands of years of movement that causes that to happen. But a pole change, what
Oh,
they've
cool.
talked about is that a pole change would be almost an automatic, but it would cause there to be issues
No
with
fucking way.
Wait, is that? Yeah.
All right, so I'm actually going to read this. So Paula,
Good.
Rick's wife, asked her AI friend to write a poem for tonight's topic. There once was a starship named the USS Concrete that traveled across the galaxy at incredible speed. It had a fearless captain and a loyal crew who faced many dangers and always pulled through. The USS Concrete was not a fancy ship. It had no shiny weapons or sleek design to equip, but it had a sturdy hull and a powerful core, and it could navigate through any space or wormhole. The USS Concrete had many adventures and stories to tell. It explored strange new worlds and met aliens as well. It fought against pirates and tyrants and foes, and it always defended the Federation's ideals and goals. The USS Concrete was a starship of renown. It earned many honors and medals of its own. It was a legend among the stars, a sight to behold, and it inspired many others to be brave and bold.
Damn.
Well, clearly they have not been to concrete.
Well, first of all, if you had a ship made of concrete, you're fucking going down.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, that is not entirely true.
They've had
Oh, no,
ships
you're going
made of
down.
concrete.
Yeah, you're going down.
That
Yeah,
is
they
a
did have
fantastic.
vessels made of concrete.
Yeah.
They have.
Instantly
They
shooting down.
That is a
Dude,
fantastic
There
poem.
has been water-faring ships made of concrete.
you sound like a person that sold fucking tickets for the Titanic. Shut up. It's fine. We're good. It's going to be fine.
Yeah, I'll never say.
And to think that
You know, I
came,
used to
Down for
think
that ice.
I had
Hey,
a
the
lifetime
thing-
where I was on that. I wasn't.
to
Thank God.
think that came from the brain of an AI.
Huh?
To think
Yeah.
that came from the brain of an AI.
Right?
Well, if
Correct.
Yeah,
Roman
that-
can-
Nikki, there are worse ships
Yes.
to have been on.
Yes, there are.
You could have been on the ghost ship. Remember how that happened?
You could have.
Or slave ship.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Could have been on a book. Go ahead.
I did some things that during what we were originally talking about with when I was Native American that wasn't a ship, wasn't a, but there are worse things that you can do, and yeah, and I did it, and I paid consequences direly for going on revenge. So
Oh,
yeah, ships are. It's one thing to go down on ships. It's one thing to, and I have a lifetime where I remember being a captain of a ship. I'm still trying to pinpoint this stinking timeline
Nikki, I just gotta
because
point
I've got a picture of in my head. Good God, I've got a picture in my head of the ship, and I have yet to be able to pinpoint what timeline it's from. But yeah. There are a lot of worse things that can happen.
I got to point out the stupidity of a teenager.
shut up.
He just looked at the picture Robert put up, and it says, "Did you know the pool on the Titanic is still filled with water?" And he said, "Really? Oh wait."
Oh God.
I thought it was underwater.
You know, I gotta be perfectly honest. I would rather be on any ship ever than part of the Philadelphia experiment.
Oh God, amen to
Okay?
that one.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but that
No
ship,
shit.
no fucking
Yeah.
thank you. I do not want to be
That's
one part of the
frightening.
whole.
They were
My
molded
grandfather
into
talked about that.
Oh
the
yeah.
keel of the ship.
Oh, it was. I mean, the
Yeah.
stuff he talked about, that
They
was
became
frightening.
one
And I
with the
grew up
ship.
with him talking about it. That
You're
is
a
just
liar.
frightening.
You're a
Frightening,
liar.
You
frightening.
would love to
What are
be
you
on that
talking
ship.
about?
Huh?
You're just not thinking of the possibilities of you being on other ships. Kayla, you're part Mexican.
Oh yeah.
You really want to be on a white ship in, I don't know, let's say the 1200s?
Do I look part Mexican?
Yeah,
No.
kind of.
Okay. My last name is Fritz, for
You're
fuck's
still
sake.
female.
I'm not worried about it.
What do you think you were used for?
Hey, I'd rather be used for that than paneling. Okay?
Or,
I don't think you would be.
I went down as the captain. I got all my men and crew off, and I ended up drowning.
You should
Last
be so happy
Last
with
thing I
yourself right now.
remember is a specific kind of portal.
Because you said at the beginning of the show you were having one of those nights, and you were getting
I
your
am.
words mixed up a little bit. So you
Mhm.
should be so glad with that sentence you said ass. And not on.
Okay, I'm missing something. That didn't hit my brain.
I
the
went
right
down
way.
as the captain.
I went down on the captain of the ship.
Oh my god! Shit! That is not what I meant. You know it. Holy shit!
It's okay because the violins played the whole time.
Yeah. In the pool.
No.
In the pool.
Yeah. At least it wasn't a boring death.
Have you guys seen that new TikTok where it's two marbles and they are playing the song from Titanic?
Oh,
No.
dear God,
Oh, yeah.
But I don't-
No.
It's got so it plays the song from Titanic, and then in one of the breaks it stops at the front of a little ship, and one stands behind the other, and then it starts floating down again, and it goes into a little car, and then it flows down again, and they end up on a door, and then one falls into the water at the bottom and sinks to the bottom. It told the story while it was playing the song.
God, that movie. No. Oh, by the way, highly underrated. Well, it's it shouldn't be appreciated. I'm looking for the wrong word. It's yeah, as if that hasn't been a thing. No, overlooked. There we go. The most overlooked of any maritime disasters is the Willem S. Gustloff, I believe is how you say it. It was a German luxury liner. They were trying to escape. The Russians were on their way, and so they loaded up 10,000 people on a ship that was only designed for like 2,000. And of course, there was a Russian sub just sort of waiting for anybody coming through in the middle of the night, and they got them, and everybody went down with the ship. And so, yeah, 10,000 people all at once gone. So, yeah, the Titanic only had 1,300, I think, not even that much. So, yeah, the Titanic just gets more press because it was British and a bunch of, like, not war refugees. So,
You know another ship that would be horrible to be on?
That was also
one of the fishing ships near Hiroshima during World War II.
Yeah, that's true.
Actually.
Because
Yeah.
you wouldn't die instantly, you would slowly die of radiation.
Yeah.
And there was actually this cool story about a guy who got blasted with so much radiation, all his cells just died. And he had to be put on a ton of life support, and his body slowly rotted and melted from the inside out.
and you think
There's a whole
this-
documentary on it. It's amazing.
That's not that cool.
You know, actually, there is. They call him the luckiest man alive.
Oh, yeah. Was it both nuclear bomb sites,
Yes,
right?
Yeah.
because he survived the first one, and then he went home, and it happened to be at the bombing site of the second bomb,
Yep.
and he survived the second bomb as well, and he was within a mile from.
Oh, that's
Blast.
right.
You know, they actually just, a story from World War II, they just got another soldier out of there.
Seriously?
Yes.
Yeah. Which side was he
Holy
on?
crap.
Or she?
A Japanese soldier who was still fighting.
Oh, I've heard.
They
Oh,
got
yeah.
him 3 months ago.
And they
He's
had,
like almost 100 years old.
and they had to put
Fran-
down his captain. To try
No, there's no one left alive, John. But
I'm thinking of another story.
he finally came out because he was dying.
Oh. And he realized it ended so long ago.
He gave up.
Ah.
I don't. Yeah. That's fanaticism to the nth degree. That people do get like that, especially around religion.
With the space or ship thing, where you said the most overrated, or underrated. The one that would be the most overrated would have to be the USS Minnow.
I actually
Because
Yeah.
do you know that over 200 people went searching for that ship the first week that show aired?
Oh my
Are
god.
you
Damn.
freaking kidding me?
Nope.
I actually have a question.
No, that's
Would you-
gotta be bullshit. Really?
Absolutely not. Yes.
That can't even. No.
It is a featured story on the NBC network. And you can actually read about it. The Coast Guard got 200 reports of shipwrecks that people were searching for the SS Minnow.
Oh, good lord.
But I saw it on
The
this box.
stupidity.
Well, yeah.
Gilligan?
Well,
Oh my god.
stupidity is packing all of your clothes, all of your night or your dress gowns for a 3-hour tour. That's stupidity. Actually, no,
That's
that's
writing.
No, that's
You gonna take that, Kayla?
Shut up!
I don't know how they got all that stuff on that little boat. I don't even know how they got that many people on it. So, but 3-hour tour.
Those ships are
I don't know
actually
the
pretty.
boat my grandfather had. He had a pretty good boat, and there were 5 of us on there, and easily could have had a total of 10.
Yeah, there's a lot of space on those little boats, and a lot of storage space.
Yep. Yes.
Okay.
Surprisingly so. Yes.
Well, yeah, between the Howells and Ginger, yeah, I think they had all of the storage space between the 3 of them. So, yeah.
Yeah, no joke, right?
And where exactly outside? Because it was they were in Hawaii, correct? As I
I
recall.
think so.
Yeah.
So the 3-hour search radius out. So shouldn't those islands be known within a 3-hour radius of, I guess, Oahu?
No.
Just saying.
There are still
things I never thought about as a kid that now I just look back and go,
there are still
Seems
unexplored
suspicious.
islands in that area.
Oh yeah, Japan recently actually found a new island near their their bigger island.
That's called fucking China.
No,
They gotta quit claiming that.
No, Japan.
Oh, they know China. They know China very well.
One of their
And
boats just found one, sitting in the middle of the ocean.
What was that show you used to watch, Kayla?
Hubba hubba.
I should have died.
I should have died.
They did a whole season on just Lost at Sea,
Tina Louise.
and
Beautiful
a
lady.
couple was headed from somewhere in Mexico to San Diego to drop off a sailing ship, and then they were headed to Hawaii to finish their tour, but the ship got wrecked halfway through the trip, and they ended up going in the wrong direction due to because their sails were ripped and they were just following the sea.
Yeah.
And they ended up on an island that no one knew existed, that wasn't near any shipping lanes. The island's actually named after them now.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I think, to me, the most amazing close to death, or should have died one, is Phineas Gage. The guy that, so in 1823, actually it wasn't 1820, that's when he was born, but 1850, 1840.
The guy with the steel rod through his
Yeah.
head? Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
He should have been dead. That was 1800s. And they say his personality changed, but other than that, he was fine.
Oh, I actually heard a similar story to that of, I saw this on a show called 1,000 Ways to Die. This dude's fiance,
There you go, Rick.
shot him in the head in the middle of the night, and he survived till the next morning.
oh wow.
And he was a carpenter, so he just went to his job.
Yikes.
He just kept on he just survived, and it was just sitting in his head. Then he accidentally shot a nail gun in his head, still survived, went home,
Good God.
and the wife finally killed him with a second shot.
Huh.
Damn.
It was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And we love Earth. Why?
Rick, I didn't know you could dance like that.
No. Once upon a time, and it was very much not as attractive.
It's also kind of weird when you're hiding under all those baggy clothes you wear.
Back in my day, I used to dance.
No. If I was going to be trapped on that island, that's the one I'd have gone after. If I had Paula, of course. So, always have to cover my bases. Don't want to get in trouble.
Good save. Good save, Rick. Good save.
Yeah, you go.
I would have slapped the shit out of the professor and made him build something fucking useful.
Right?
Like,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. You have
And
trees. All the other stuff they made, yeah, make a boat.
Yeah.
Right?
Like if they can build something like a
That's the flying machines that Tesla made.
Yeah. The discopter.
Oh,
Yeah.
But did you know that so way, way, way before the Wright brothers, the actual first person to fly was actually in the Middle East?
Well, yeah, it was Icarus.
Yeah.
Icarus.
It didn't go very well.
yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, no, it
He
did.
flied too close to the sun.
yeah.
He got burned.
But long
Actually-
before we invented flying
Actually,
here,
his
though.
father
Yeah.
was
They still have
first to
the
fly,
concept.
then Icarus.
Burn.
Because
I
his
can't
father
think
flew
of his
first,
name.
then
There's
Icarus,
another
then
one.
Icarus went up to the sun.
You know, Canada actually had something like the discopter.
I can't think of his
That
name.
actually
Dance
made
artist.
it to. They actually
Thank
built
you.
them. They never left the ground.
The discopter?
Yeah. Like, we actually had flying saucers.
Leonardo built a lot of flying devices.
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
and
he
I've
did.
got his documents. I need to print
He
them
also
out. so I
built
can
some
start
weird
studying.
dolls.
Yeah.
Some weird
Yeah.
looking dolls. Yeah, have you seen the
But the flying, but the
weird
flying
ones that just,
machines
like,
were
crawl?
fantastic.
Yeah.
So
So weird.
if you go by that concept, you know, I've always kind of in the 1800s you've heard of the flying machines in Texas that they call UFO, that they call aliens.
Yep.
What if it was? I mean, other than the one that crashed and they actually found an alien body and buried it in the local cemetery.
Yeah.
What if it wasn't just a lot of the ones that we're seeing were created by man, not alien,
Yeah. It was just like experimental
and that would
subjects.
be future technology, like we're talking back in the 1800s.
Oh, damn.
Yep.
I have seen a lot of interviews with people who say they saw a UFO in Texas. I don't believe a single fucking one of them.
No,
It's just a
I
frisbee.
would. It's North Texas. Trust me. Don't believe
Because
a
not
word.
one of them says during the interview, then I took my rifle out and shot at it. Bullshit, then you didn't see it. Fuck you.
Hold my beer.
Then I got the guns out.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty much North Texas. Yep. All of Texas.
If they
Not
actually said
I was
that,
gonna
then
say.
I believe them.
it's pretty much all of Texas.
A little off topic here, but I want to hear you guys' information on this. I recently heard a theory called the Great Filter.
Okay.
Okay.
It's basically civilizations can only go to a point, then they like die out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the most basic term.
There's like so many stages of any civilization before it dies out,
Yeah.
and we're at the last one.
Do you guys think that if it was real, do you think it's ahead of us or is it behind us?
Oh, it's
and-
ahead of us.
See, I gotta disagree with that.
Okay.
So I have always been a firm believer in what I call the recycling Earth theory. Okay, where I believe that there's been several times that we have reached way higher technological bases than we are right now, and that due to cataclysm of some form, we ended up starting over from ground zero and building our way back up again. I do not believe that we are the first humanoid race on this planet, and I do not believe that this is the first time that this planet has been technologically advanced.
That's because apes were here before us. They were the first humanoids.
Yeah, Planet of the Apes proved that one.
There could have been
Yeah.
two people.
Well, the only thing is that now again, if we did have other civilizations that peaked, something destroyed them, and we rebuilt,
Yep.
Shouldn't we have come across? Because we come across, archaeology. We know this. They find all sorts of interesting things from thousands of years ago. So, or 1,000 years ago. So why haven't we found anything that would be modern? I would assume if it was modern tech, better than we have, something would have go up.
We have. Look at out of place artifacts. Okay.
Well, not to mention they find something. They find something that might point to that. It gets hidden.
Yes. So there is a whole fucking warehouse full of what they call out of place artifacts.
Ooh, Warehouse 13.
Okay. And what these are artifacts that should not have been at that level of the Earth because they should not have been created at that point.
Basically, the warehouse from Raiders.
Yes.
At the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Where they stuck the ark. Yeah.
Some of the artifacts that we know personally should not have been in the time period that they are, but are actually displayed.
Okay, real quick. Is Out of Place Artifact a TV show or is it a website?
It's neither.
Okay.
It's what they call the artifacts that are not part of.
Okay.
So the ones that we know of that are actual broad knowledge of out of place artifacts, but they kept them in public view, would be like the dagger in King Tut's tomb.
Oh, the iron.
Different things like this because of the fact that they were made of compounds that should not have existed at that point in time.
It was too highly evolved.
That there was no way that they should have been able to make these things. Yeah, the London Hammer is one. There's the Iceman. There's also the metallic lever. Antikythera mechanism is one of them that they said shouldn't have been made during the time period that it was. And in Russia, they actually found up in the area of the over kind of by where
the Ural Mountains.
Yes, in the Ural Mountains.
Pass.
Dyatlov Pass. Yeah.
That they actually found a bunch of ancient metal screws and springs that were buried at way too low of a level to have possibly been from our time period.
Noah's Ark.
And Robert, the helicopter in the top left of that particular writing looks just like an Apache.
Yeah.
It does. It looks very much like an Apache.
Yep.
And the vehicle in front of it looks like Luke Skywalker's land speeder. I'm not even kidding about that. It does.
Let's see if I can find the metal.
And the craft below it looks like the Jetsons.
If this theory is correct, and we have reset, and our previous civilizations are higher advanced than us, and with our technology right now, we've almost reached Mars, just like 10 more years.
What if we started in Mars and we blew Mars up? That's why it's a red planet now. So we moved here in ships.
Yeah, that could have been true, but if we were higher evolved, wouldn't we have found our ancestors or their descendants out in space already that kind of look like us and that just pop up in...
You was to say we didn't.
Would we really know?
Yeah.
And it said in the Bible we're made in the image of our Creator, right? So wouldn't it stand to reason that maybe that's how we're here? There was people that looked like us, or it's human beings, just from a different solar system or galaxy.
And maybe we're...
So if you were to take the human form, okay, and they've done some studies on this, and they've done some reenactments and different things like that on this. So it's not 100% science. It would be considered off the beaten path science. Okay.
Fringe science.
Fringe science. Yeah. There you go. So if you were to take a human, and you were to, let's say, somehow make it so that they could live on the surface of Mars. Okay? Well, the surface of Mars, the gravity, the atmosphere, everything about it is so different from our planet. It's not so different that you couldn't necessarily live, but it's different enough that it would change the actual shaping of the human body. Okay?
Right.
Because the gravity that's on there is lesser than Earth, so therefore you wouldn't have the compression in your spine. You'd be taller, you'd be ganglier. There wouldn't be the same reasoning for the same muscle mass that we have. So it would cause you to have less of a muscle mass, different things like that. Okay?
So over time,
if we're going with the theory where we came from something else or from somewhere else, so let's say on this planet we all looked like gray aliens. We'll just use that as an example.
Yes.
Okay? Then using our seed and bringing it here and evolving it here versus evolving it on a planet with a lesser atmosphere and a lesser gravity, then we would be shorter or we would be taller depending on what we're doing. And we'd have more muscle mass, less muscle mass.
We would have hair, no hair.
Hair, no hair.
More limbs, different limbs.
Different visual spectrums. Because of the fact that the different lighting is different. Different things like that. Little things that over time you would evolve into something completely alien to what it was before.
And what
we evolve and adapt.
Yeah.
And what we also could be is we could be like a DNA vault, like the seed vault we have up in Antarctica. Or we could just be a vault for an alien civilization that implanted their DNA in prehistoric us.
It's fully possible. But the other thing is, if you got to look at just the evolution of animals that we see on our planet and the evolutionary structure of them, okay, you take a dinosaur into consideration.
Yes.
Well, through years of all of this different shit that happened to our atmosphere, all of the different levels of oxygen and everything else, right? They've gotten smaller.
Or bigger.
They've lost this. They've added that. Different things like that in order to adapt to the way the world works now.
They got less hair or more hair.
Yes, like if you take the prehistoric mosquito versus the mosquito that we have now.
It's way smaller.
The prehistoric mosquito was like 100 times the size of a mosquito that we have now.
Okay, that's frightening.
We had now.
Because of the oxygenary differences in the atmosphere at that point.
And the weather and climate at that point. It was much
everything.
hotter.
Everything. Yes. So when you take just the evolution... Right. So if you take just the evolution of the Earth into consideration and the things that we absolutely know, then if we are coming completely across the galaxy from a different planetary structure onto this one, we are going to adapt and we are going to look entirely different.
It's like humans
from what we had originally been.
It would be like humans going from an Earth-like planet to a gas planet. It would be completely different.
Right. If you were to live on a gas planet, you would be a completely different life form than you are here.
Yes, you would just have
absolutely
small percentages of your ancestors' DNA.
Well, and who's to say that everything in the galaxy that lives or is also carbon-based? We have no idea if everything out there is carbon-based. Just because we are doesn't mean that everything that exists is.
Yeah, it could be antimatter-based.
It could be anything.
Truly anything. I've come across so many different ETs and one that just recently, like last week, I didn't even know this one was in existence, and I was extremely thankful that Keith Andrews was on Spaced Out Radio on Friday, because I asked my question, and eventually, because there were so many questions, Dave eventually got to my question to Keith, and Keith answered it. He's like, oh, that is and God help me, I can't remember, I want to call it an Andalorian, that's not it. I am goofy right now, I'm tired. But he called it something really specific, and I basically said, what race of ET has long white hair that's not a Sasquatch? That's not anything that we have on this planet. Because I had literally beginning of last week, had seen a new ET. And I was like, I never got the chance. I got to interact, but I never got the chance to ask him.
Right.
What, and how do you ask an ET? I'm sorry, what race are you? I mean, that's just a little on the rude side. So
the other thing...
But isn't it also like the Andromedans? The Andromedans can't come here because of the environment.
Yes. And the other thing you got to
but
take into account,
that's not
too,
what it was, yeah.
is it's not even necessarily planet to planet. It can be completely different planes of existence.
Yes.
To different planes of existence.
Like the 2D dimension,
Yeah.
3D.
If you open a
kind of.
If
like,
you open a portal and don't know where you're going, you better damn well know where you're going, because you can walk into another realm that you may not survive the second you walk through that door.
Let's take one that most of us know a little bit about, and you say going into astral. Okay?
Right.
Yeah.
There are certain beings that live in astral.
Yes, there are.
Do not live on this plane of existence.
Correct. It's a totally different realm to them.
You know what my favorite one is? Do you remember when Homer walked into the 3D world on The Simpsons?
Yes.
I love that example.
Yes. But see, that is the thing, is that there's an infinite amount of possibilities and an infinite amount of worlds and an infinite amount of evolutionary structures within all of those worlds. So if we look at it as being completely infinite, as we think that the universe itself is, and now you think of each other realm in the universe also having its own infinite universe, everything that could possibly happen has happened, and will happen.
That's not
At some
true.
point,
We
yeah.
have figured out that the universe is not infinite.
Oh,
but
it's not
just
infinite?
No, but it is still expanding.
No, that's not true.
It's
There
infinitely
is
expanding.
an infinite amount of universes
We don't
minus
know that.
one. I accidentally blew up one.
Yeah, okay.
Definitely.
In one universe. I fucked up, I admit it. But it really wasn't my fault. Kayla did it.
I wouldn't disagree with that. I'd be the one to blow up an actual whole universe accidentally.
It wasn't an accident.
No.
Brought back that whole swastika
There are
thing.
things I want to say, but I'll get into trouble.
No, that would be my ex-wife. She would have done it. The ex-wife definitely would have blown up. She blew up a car radio by just every vehicle she got in. The radio would stop working.
Oh, sounds like someone I know.
Shut up.
But see, I know people from this lifetime that were in another lifetime that blew things up by accident, caused a civilization to crumble, so to speak.
Damn it, John!
I told you not to push that damn button.
Oopsie
telling
daisy.
you.
Yes,
We
no
keep
shit,
telling
oopsie
you.
daisy.
Red is stop and green is go!
Yeah, but
So, here's the thing though. As far as worlds and universes and everything like that, where a lot of people believe in like several different reincarnations of the same universe with slightly different changes based on decisionary making. So if you choose this path instead of that path, a whole new infinite universe evolves and everything else.
Yeah.
Okay? I am not really one of those people. I believe that universes are not... okay, this sounds really stupid if you're not in the brain of Kayla, but for years and years and years, people thought the Earth was flat. Okay? I don't believe that the Earth is flat, but I do believe that the universe is.
Yeah, but Mom, it's decades because people still think it is.
Yeah, that's
nowadays.
true. That's true. I believe that each level of universe would be like sheets of paper sitting on top of each other.
Yeah. They're all wrong.
So if you were to take like a printer paper and you were to sit it down, that's the universe.
But
Right.
with the shape of the Earth, they're all wrong. It's actually in the shape of a dinosaur. We're the eye, and the toast people are keeping us out.
And the toe people are keeping us out?
Toast.
Oh, okay. It's the toast people.
Yeah.
I like the toe people better.
Yeah.
Much better story.
Yeah.
They're from the Caesar Galaxy, yeah?
No, they're from
And the planet Crouton?
No,
right?
They're all. It's from our planet, but what we think our planet is just the dinosaur's eye. They're keeping us from exploring the teeth, the fingers, the toes.
Okay.
Everything.
Well, see, I think the best example of that, too, would be, again, this sounds ridiculous if you don't know, a mix between Dr. Seuss and, like, Whoville type action there, where there's worlds within worlds within worlds. Like, if you talk about atoms and everything being their own separated universes, I think that there's infinitely small worlds, and that there's infinitely large worlds within each atom of every world.
Did you see Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania recently?
No.
Oh,
Okay. Well, same sort of thing. Sounds like.
Quick question: has that come on to Disney Plus yet?
I don't think so.
I've never actually seen
Ant-Man
the new Ant-Man.
No,
and
next
the
Wednesday.
Wasp.
Next Wednesday.
Nah, that's coming out soon, yeah.
Yes.
You're going to have to wait till Thursday.
I'm waiting for it as well.
Fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think
I wasn't about to go.
We have a show Wednesday nights.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
I'll just watch it in the morning.
well, and just
Good
like
call.
Universes and
I'll
everything
cancel
else,
your Disney Plus.
Don't do that.
I know that there's mirrored universes, and that there's different things like that. I absolutely, in my own brain, nobody will ever sway me against knowing that. But
Oh,
I gotta say,
I believe it.
I really like this new poem that Paula got her AI to write.
what?
I just don't understand the last part.
A new AI poem?
I really don't get that. What's with the disembodied feet?
Wait.
I don't know what that is either.
You don't remember though, and I don't know if that's what she's talking about, but the feet that kept getting washed up on the rivers and shit.
Yep.
Oh, I heard about that. It's shoes and.
Yeah, they were finding shoes and feet on the Washington coast.
Yep.
It was. They also there was one count of a hand being found.
Yeah.
Yep.
They also found other weird stuff.
It's Dahmer's twin brother.
Did.
Yeah.
Well, but
What are the North Koreans up to exactly that we're getting their feet with their shoes? And
I know they're up to starving.
well, yeah. Well, that may be why we're getting the feet. Maybe the feet aren't as much of a delicacy.
Don't even touch that one.
They couldn't afford the Adidas, so they
just
cut them off.
just North Korea, not anything else. Just North Korea because they're starving to death.
No. Let's just think of the feet as Bigfoot feet. Okay?
No.
What? Then why are they disembodied?
Oh, no, we can't disembody a Bigfoot. Never mind. I lied.
Well, I've got stepchildren that have shoes that would Bigfoot feet.
So
Yeah.
I'll do some
I got
research
children.
on the feet issue next week.
Which ones?
Really? You guys are in
Oh,
like
really?
a size 14.
Well,
You're going to spend your week
That's
looking
all
into a foot fetish.
That's a little weird.
Washed up beach foot fetish. There we go.
Ew!
That's
What the fuck?
That's just a weird thing to do with your free time.
It's better than what you do as a teenager, don't even.
Hey, I do normal
Leave
things.
your room.
Whatever.
Didn't even pull that with my son.
Them socks are getting crusty.
That's where the feet come in.
Uh-huh.
Whatever.
I was gonna say something. Thank you, Cole. That makes me feel better.
It's not the foot coming.
At least if you catch them when you're fishing, you can say that you caught some sole.
So, Paula, I don't think the foot show would actually fill a whole show.
Fuck you. Friggin', we just did a whole show on spaceships and we only talked about them for 13 minutes.
The rest
13?
Can you imagine what we
we
could talk
can-
about?
If you combine
minutes.
all
Like an
of
hour
it,
was
if you
laughing
combine
at the
all of it, it's
Discord.
good 30 minutes.
I don't think so.
I bet we could stretch.
We could
We
stretch
could stretch
feet.
one out.
We could
do
stretch.
it.
Did you just say we could stretch one out?
Yes, I did. We could.
I actually went to the trouble of digging up the actual specs for the space battleship Yamato, so that I could have them to pull up and go, ooh, look, they have a wave motion engine that generates a warp type field that allows it to travel at speeds faster than light. It also has the ability, the same engine, to create a force field around the ship, and in a pinch, it can turn into a Death Star and shoot a massive laser beam out that will destroy continents.
What
Or
ship?
That's like an Astro Boy.
What
Wait,
show
what
is that
ship
from?
is that?
Yeah. It's Star Blazers in the U.S.
Okay, but
I think it's just called.
Ooh!
that ship doesn't mean shit because it doesn't have Scotty.
Well, no, it had a little fat, weird-looking guy in the cartoons. He was a little round guy with a bald head, a creepy beard. He was the original neckbeard guy, and yeah, it was strange.
John, what the
And
hell?
an
That's
ugly
it.
robot.
Robbie went out.
Just do me a favor. Don't talk about the pig guy. The Canadian pig guy.
Oh, I love
Oh!
that story. I love
I
that.
had
It's
I had spirits. I had deceased spirits coming to tell me about him and to show me dreams.
Yeah,
There were
that-
times I would wake up and no.
Like
Yeah,
Nikki of the victims?
Mhm.
I love.
I think I am.
But I
part
didn't
of
know.
him
I
inside of
didn't
me.
know what
Yeah.
was going on.
I love.
I-
Yeah,
I
but
did
I
not-
hate him.
Yeah, I love that story because he
'Cause-
did not have a bias. Anyone who was in front of his farm, he took, slaughtered them, fed to pigs, and just
He
distributed
didn't
out
just
bacon.
feed him to the pigs.
Yeah, it was a little cannibalism and furniture made, but still, it's an amazing
But-
story.
No, he was one of the biggest
Not
sellers
from the victim
to...
standpoint. I experienced it from the victim standpoint. No, it's not. I am here to tell you.
He was one of the biggest sellers to Maple Leaf pork products.
They were eating some feet.
So, like, most of the people across Western Canada, at some point, ate pig that had digested human.
Yeah.
They didn't come out with that story in the news until about 6 months after I had been having dreams and daytime visions that I didn't understand at the time what the hell they were. It was awful, Paula. I mean, I didn't understand them, and I kept having these dreams of different. There's some of those victims I can still describe to this day. There was a young. Oh, yeah, I don't care to go back down that road.
And
No, but
I mean, I'll sit and I'll listen, but I
They
don't want
didn't-
to participate out of respect for the spirits, because number one, I've not looked up who they were. I can't. It's one that just
Yeah.
Maple Leaf,
I got
the
so
company?
sick.
the Maple Leaf Company, didn't admit to that for a year after he was caught.
Oh, I
and
bet
Dad,
not.
weren't you
Friend,
weren't you one of the possibilities that you actually ate human flesh? Pig flesh that digested human flesh.
well, it's pretty much guaranteed.
Seriously?
Yeah, they figure it actually went into almost every product they had for a while.
So during that whole era, everyone had a little bit of human flesh.
Yeah.
Everybody was a cannibal.
Yeah.
I don't know that they were all fine and
Animal to cannibal.
cannibals.
And for anyone that actually wants to learn about that, Criminal Minds actually did an excellent episode.
Yep.
Yeah,
two-part-
that was a
two-part-
brilliant episode.
A two-part episode on the pig farmer. Of course,
Mhm.
it's dramatized because it's Criminal Minds, but it's based on true,
Right.
a true
Yeah.
serial killer.
Yeah,
I didn't understand what I was witnessing in my dreams. I understand it after I really started coming out publicly as a psychic and a medium, and when I got the point. I have to correct myself. I got the point when it came across the Seattle news. I lost my shit.
You know,
it was just like a child that I know.
Your guys' killers in the United States are more round, like they're rounded, like well-rounded. Because, like, you think about it, we had the big guy in Canada, then we had the Greyhound bus killer.
Yeah, there are.
Did you ever hear
so
about
many
that?
serial. That I vaguely remember hearing about that. There are so many serial killers that they don't talk about, that they try to keep secret and hidden. And I am here to tell you, I get crime victims coming to me, and it's like there are some of them that are earthbound. They're still earthbound, and they just want somebody to know that they're like, my family already know, they already suspect that I'm dead, so I'm like, well, give me your first name and last name and I will find. And they're like, no, I just want somebody to know precisely what happened to me in a specific way, and they give me their last memories. I am here to tell you, I can't tell you how many times I have sat and cried for them, and all they want is to be heard. And I'm like,
you can't
give me your last name.
You can't possibly have that many missing people every day.
Yeah.
Without there being more people out there killing people than we know are killing people.
No, absolutely.
It can't possibly happen.
I had one victim come to me, and she was from 2018, 2019, I think. 2019.
Yeah.
And she was recently deceased, and it was because of her. She put the word out on the other side, go talk to Nikki. And I'm like, I'm going to throttle you. I love her to pieces because she's a neat young woman. They found her body. They figured out what happened to her. But the point is that these victims, they just want somebody to hear them. And that's kind of what I've become, is kind of like the other side's counselor in some weird way. So, it's weird shit. It's just weird shit.
I was actually on one of the victim cases for the Green River killer. They found the body up here in Lake Kavanaugh area, and we actually had to go out and look for 3 teeth.
I remember
2 bones, and whatever evidence we could find. Anyway, we have to wrap it up. It's like 11:58.
All right.
Bye-bye.
What are we talking about?
Bye, guys.
I have no fucking clue.
What are we talking about?
What are we
Yeah, what's next week?
You'll have to wait and see, guys.
I have a
This
few
is not the
ideas.
topic we're talking about.
You don't want to talk about Eric's foot fetish?
No.
But is it a football?
All right. We will post it in the chat. You'll be able to see what we're talking about next week.
I kind of like keeping our listeners.
But for the listeners, it's a surprise show.
We might talk about whatever the subject is for about 40 minutes next week.
We're going to go a little bit over for a second. So, just wanted to say, this Sunday is Mother's Day. I want to personally thank my own mother for bringing me into this world.
Absolutely.
And thank you to everyone's mother for bringing them into this world. Friend, know that we all love you, and thank you for everything you do for us.
And I would like to thank my mother right here for creating me and my gifted talents.
Oh, yeah, dude.
It wasn't a choice. Don't even.
Hey, I'm
My
pretty
mother
sure
just
that
celebrated her
most-
75th today. So.
Oh, happy
Alright.
birthday!
Happy birthday, Mama.
Yeah, and she. I talked to her. They're doing great, but I'm very lucky that I've had the mother that I did, because my creativity, anything that I've got, my intelligence is all from her. My dad's kind of a knucklehead. I get his sports knowledge, the useless part. So yeah.
You got
And thank
mostly
you,
your
Robert,
dad.
for being here on a day
Yes.
Yes,
where
absolutely.
where you just were at your mom's funeral earlier today.
Yes.
Happy.
She was a wonderful lady. I got a chance to meet her. Very, very nice.
Happy Heavenly Mother's Day to your mom, Robert.
Exactly.
Absolutely. God bless you.
All right, guys.
God bless her for having to put up with you for so many years.
He's got his mic off.
And your sisters.
He's
And
laughing.
your sisters.
Yes.
Alrighty, guys. And we will catch you all next week, next Wednesday, with our mystery topic.
Yes.
All right, everybody, have a good night, and we will see you next week
Good
at
night.
the S-4 Bunker.
Good night, everybody.
Data transfer complete. System malfunction. Please evacuate immediately. Program terminated.
Son of a biscuit eater.